Pounders, we are back doing what we do best. And that is putting $10 in the big board. Joining me today is TBBUCS, formerly known now as Drew. Welcome to the live stream, my man.
Thank you. I'm excited. This is my first time doing anything like this.
Fellow Pounder, he already has the setup. He's got the looks. He's got the big W on his belt. Just found this out. He had a DraftKings takedown for 10 Gs on best ball, right?
Yeah. Best ball week 11 on DraftKings, week 11 on, and same playoff setup, just DraftKings scoring.
Super neat. TBBUCS always super strong in our Pounders drafts as well. So super happy to have you on.
Yeah.
Let's talk a little free agency here. Schultz, right. Damian Harris. Let's start with Damian Harris because this is a spicy one. This news broke like right when I got off the stream. Of course, that's how it always works. Going right now around 158. I've done 2 drafts since the news broke, and my first look when I saw this was, all right, Damian Harris on Buffalo. Where would I put him? And I put out a short really quick.
Yeah, I saw it.
I say you got to put him before Kenneth Gainsell, in my opinion.
I think that's pretty close to where he ends up going. I'm out. I don't want it. I think Buffalo still might bring someone else in. James Cook looked good. Nope. I got someone who was down there. I don't want. Nope.
Now, would you go in for the next tournament? Say there's a new tournament starting. Everyone starts on even exposures. Are you comfortable drafting Damian Harris at 120? I think he should go before Jamal Williams.
I don't think I will. See, the problem is this board's so messed up. Like, there's guys I like lower, and so I think it's going to be completely different for future tournaments in my mind.
It will be.
But yeah, I mean, if you throw him there right now, I think I still want to take like Elijah Mitchell over him.
I like Elijah Mitchell.
I'm fine taking him over Kareem Hunt and who else down there? Gibson, I'm fine. Foreman, I'm fine.
Okay, so you'll put him in this range.
I just don't think I'll draft him.
I've seen him go at 105 earlier. Now, I think if you miss the value on him, you sort of just have to hope you're with 11 other people that aren't going to super reach on him. Because if you missed it, you sort of missed it, in my opinion. If you get him at like 140, I'm okay with it. Also, depending on your build, if he makes sense, you're going this 0 RB build, maybe you can reach up a few more picks when you do that.
I also don't think, like, even if you missed out on him, like, I don't think he's leading the league in touchdowns again. You still got Josh Allen down there, right? Like,
yeah,
you still got James Cook. I don't think he missed out on a whole lot, is what I'm saying. Even there's no reason to really chase him up the board. But if you're in a 0 running back build, like, grab him. I'm fine.
Kenneth Gainwell or Damian Harris?
I'm probably still taking Gainwell.
Alexander Madison or Harris?
Yeah, you could talk me into Harris there, even though I think Madison, there's a chance Cook's gone, and we're all going to hate ourselves for not taking more Madison.
How about this one? I mean, you got 2 Philly running backs going right next to each other. You also have Boston Scott for back another year. You going Penny or Harris? Now, Penny,
I think
his move from 1 to 80.
Penny's weird, isn't he? Like, are we sure he's the guy? Like, he just jumps so far up. Like, it was no question. And he's making nothing. Ronald Jones is making more than him in Dallas, I think. I'm almost positive I saw that. It's like that.
It was like 250K or something.
Yeah.
But
I don't know.
He has to be able to prove he can stay healthy.
Yeah, and you got to worry about that with him. So I don't know. I mean, I get Penny too. And again, if you're in a 0 running back build, I'm fine sprinkling him in, even at this price. But
yep.
I don't know. I'm not that high on any of these guys. I guess that's why they're going in the 140. So
how about Samaje Perine or Damian Harris?
Dude, I'm in on Samaje just because I think Javonte's down for a while. Bull crap, he's playing week 1. Like, that ain't gonna happen, man.
But how about upside for week 15, 16, 17 for the tournament style drafts?
I don't know, because if Perine kills it, they're not going to just take him off the field. Like, so,
Yeah.
I don't
I
know,
like P.
man.
Ryan as obviously he might have a super hot start if Javante's still injured and he's not back to full health, which these early reports, like, oh, he's expected to start the season. No one knows. No one knows. Those change
No.
all the time, especially with knee injuries. It's so early. But P. Ryan should also be a change of pace back throughout the year because of that ACL injury.
Yeah,
And
you're not
on
going to give him
top
a
of that, the
workhorse. Yeah.
upside, right? Exactly. Then he has the upside of the potential injury to Javante during those playoff weeks. So I do like
Yeah, I mean, P.
Samaje.
Ryan should have shot up farther than some of these guys. I don't know. Apparently, I'm just different than the average best ball drafter. That's fine.
Let's move over to Dusty Dalton. No, he's not that dusty. I still think he has pretty good upside being on the Texans.
Yeah, he could be the best receiver there. I mean, Nico's
You're gonna
good.
bring in a rookie QB, right? What do rookie QBs love? They love their tight end.
Yeah.
That being said, I think the ADP's relatively okay, like where I think he should be going. How about you?
Yeah, I mean, that's fine with me. Like I said, he could be the main target in Houston. I know they could draft someone, but like Dawson Knox, you're just hoping for touchdowns, right? Like, so yeah,
Right.
I'm fine with it.
Yeah, so Houston's gonna have now they brought over Robert Woods. They've John Mechie, Nico Collins. I mean, the Brevin Jordan's lovers. I'm sorry. It's over.
Yeah.
It's over. An interesting ad while we're still on the Buffalo, Damian Harris is Trent Sherfield signing a 1-year deal. You're getting him for free in the 20th round. He's going to be that speedster type guy.
You have to sprinkle it, man. Like you have to.
You have to.
It's such an easy, like Josh Allen. Like if you take Allen in round 2, just snag him. It's the easiest 20th round pick.
100% agree. So I'm excited to see where people are reaching on Trent because, I mean, easily if you want to do it in the 19th round to make sure you get him in your last, 20, 30 drafts, go ahead.
Where does he end? Where do you think he ends this tournament? Do you think you think he starts to shoot up?
The overreact crew? 100%. I wouldn't be surprised if he goes after Slayton.
Okay. In front of Allen Robinson.
Yeah.
Who is still drafting Allen Robinson?
Honestly, I know who is the fault of that. It was one of the first underdog drafts. Yeah, I won't say his name.
All right, let's pounder?
No, it's not a pounder.
Okay.
It's someone that was live for the first draft. Let's see who's in the chat right now. We got Oleg, welcome to the live stream. ER7, Ben, C. Dylan, Dennis, what's up, my man? Lee, the usual suspects are here, and we're ready to get in the big board.
You don't want me to try to hop in, right? You want me to just draft with you?
It's up to you. I don't care. Whatever you if you're feeling froggy.
We'll see if there's
okay.
How many people are in there? We'll see if fate lets us do it.
Fair. We're gonna give it the good old countdown. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 4 people.
Yeah, I think I'm in. We'll have to do it on my phone though, because for whatever reason, a VPN got set up at my house. I guess.
Oh my god, this is a Pounders draft.
This is great.
This is a Pounders draft. ER7, try again, Chump, TBBUCS with us live. Ben, Casey Connection, always in these drafts. This poor guy in the 7 spot, I'm pretty sure he's not in the pound, has no idea what's about to happen. Josh TX was on my man, Molo, Bryce, and Reed. Shit, that's 10 out of 12. Okay. See, Dylan is in the 7 spot. That is 11 out of 12 spots. This might as well be a private draft.
Would you want it any other way, Ben, for your 150th?
That's awesome. Ben's 150th draft. Good for you. This is my 114th. So we got a little ways to go. This Tyreek Hill ADP, I called it 3 weeks ago in the draft guide. Said Tyreek Hill's gonna be in front of Kelsey by the end of these. It's happening. It's happening.
So who's the one that's not a pounder?
I believe it's the 11 spot.
Okay.
Football Fanatic. Of course you're here, man. Look at that massive. Is that a stoke? Or is that a green leafy substance?
That is a green leafy substance. Wow.
Man, I've been going hill here. Why stop now? Why
What's
stop now?
your percentage on Kelsey? I feel like it's
5,
got to be low.
4 or 5.
And are you
It might be
forcing
4.
those just so you have some?
It's 4%. Yeah. So it's 4 drafts. No, I'm sorry. It's 5 drafts out of 115. That counts the small board. My hill exposure, because I've been drafting hill over Kelsey's 11%. Everyone's relatively even. Like Diggs is at 9, but AJ Brown, where we were drafting AJ Brown early over Devontae Adams, that's also in the draft guide. He's at 15%, which is crazy for someone that goes in the first round to be that heavy weighted.
Do you have many of the Hill, Waddle, Tua super stack?
Yes. Yeah, I have a few. I think it's interesting. Tua's going in a really good spot. If he could stay healthy, his ADP for cash games, in my opinion, is one of the best. I think Daniel Jones is going way too late, especially after they add Darren Waller.
I think the Pounders alone are pulling Jones up the board.
Yeah.
Like, I see him in drafts like at night, in the morning, and it's like I watch their draft and I'm like, Jones, bam.
Yeah. Around 85 in our drafts, he goes right here.
And go get your guy, especially this early in the year. Like so many people are worried about ADP, and it's like, my goodness, outside the top like 15, it's gonna be so freaking different. So just go get whoever you want. It's pretty hard to have a bad build. I mean, you can't have a bad build. There's like 2 in every draft, but if you know what you're doing, it's hard to have a bad build.
Right. It's really
almost
about
have to try
balancing, right? Like if you can balance your squad appropriately, make sure you have enough targets, make sure you have enough upside. You have floor guys, upside guys. It's like being a mixologist at a bar.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Casey connection in the live stream can't really say a whole ton here.
I have no idea who I'm targeting. This is going to be an interesting one. I feel like I'm paying more attention to this.
If Eckler falls to 20, you select Eckler at 20. It's that easy of a game.
I dig it.
It's that easy of a game.
All right. I hate that I have to do this on my phone like this. All right, Higgins. Bring him in.
I like it. Yeah, you had to go get a wide receiver.
Yeah, let's get one of those Burrow falls to like 70.
It happens on these live streams. And
I got it once. Yeah, in one of your live streams, I got him at like 52, I think.
Yeah, I remember that. Was that with Higgins or was that with Chase?
That was with Chase because I had already picked Hurts. That's why I didn't pick
That's right.
Burrow the first time around, and then he fell that part. I was like, all right, I guess we're doing a Hurts Burrow team. This is gonna be fun.
Yeah, I like that draft a lot.
Oh shit, who do I want?
Pollard at 25, I agree.
Swinging for the fences with this one.
Goes Kenneth Walker. Ah, man. Yeah. I'm just gonna do it. I don't love it. I'm just gonna do it.
The 2020 team.
I mean
2021.
If anyone can break a 200-yard, 2-touchdown game, it's Derrick Henry.
Yeah. Watch him be the one that goes to the Bills and kill Damian Harris.
No chance. They don't have enough money.
I have no idea what the Bills cap looks like. None.
It's tight.
Didn't Josh Allen just open up
restructure?
a ton of money for them.
Let me see what that restructure deal looked like.
It was a lot.
I mean, he wants to win. That's what everyone else is doing. So, Von Miller as well restructured.
Yeah,
They opened up 32 mil.
Yeah, it was a lot. They're going for it, man. They're gonna do something big. I feel like they could be one of the sleepers for like a Mike Evans or that I've been hoping happens, right? Or a Hopkins or someone.
I know everyone thought DeAndre Hopkins was going to the Pats.
Yeah,
What
I don't
if
think
he
that's gonna
just
happen anymore?
ends up staying in Arizona? Is that a
Oh,
possibility?
ugh. Art wouldn't like that with his I think he has like 20-something% Hopkins. We don't want him staying there, right? I mean, I guess it could pay off for the playoffs, but
Yeah, exactly. I'd rather him there than end up in New England. I think if he
no one, I don't. There were people like pumping that destination up, and I'm like, what are we talking about?
right.
No. But I don't think Arizona is a great one either. So I don't know. Chiefs would be awesome. Definitely, Dennis would like to see that.
We'll see. For points per game basis, I think DeAndre Hopkins absolutely killed it last year for where he's going in this draft.
If
Could be.
Hopkins goes to the Chiefs, where's he going in drafts?
If first round.
Like right there at that 11-12. Is he hopping Adams right after
Yeah.
CeeDee?
Yeah, I'm putting him
Going
in front
right
of
into
Adams.
that 10 spot?
100%. With Patrick Mahomes, yes. Now, do I think that happens?
What could go wrong?
Bryce
I was
Winston
out on
Fields.
Hopkins last year, though. So it's like now he's a year older, and we don't know where he is. I don't know. I have some. I'm not like fully out on him, but I'm praying he doesn't go to the Chiefs. Let's just put it that way.
Fair. If you're out, I have a good dose of Hopkins for sure, just because the upside is still there.
Yeah.
I have 15%.
I think I'm at like 6, so I'm not like super out. But.
And that's fine. I think with those high upside players that have the chance to explode, you don't want to be under like 4%, right? Because if they have that opportunity to explode on any given week, why would we fade a high upside player? Although the value might be bad, you might be just overpaying a little bit for that potential for a week 17 spike. And that's what you need to do.
Sorry, I was not listening to you. I was looking at the board. So that is my bad.
I was speaking to the people.
Good.
So Barrow at 46 is solid.
I wanted him. I didn't think he'd get past Chase twice.
Fair. That's fair. Yeah, if you want him, you need to take him there. I think that's solid. Getting him at 46. That's the only time I'm selecting him is in this range right here.
I feel like I have to go Drake London here if he's on the board for me since we're so different on him.
Yeah, London's just not going to be my guy this year. he has upside, right? So I'm not going to have.
Oh yeah, you're not going to full
0%.
Oh, you come on! It was for the bit.
So I have 5%, and I won't have more than 5% London.
Let's go Pittman,
dude. Especially where everyone was so high on London. They're padding his stats on Twitter.
I've seen some of those. I'm in on him. I like London.
Yeah, but the problem is a week ago, 10 days ago, Ritter was the last drafted QB, active QB on a roster. He was going after 3 San Fran QBs. He was the last drafted QB. So if you don't trust the QB, and now you're going to have Kyle Pitts back, they just added Mac Hollins, which I don't think really hurts on it. It might actually help him spread the field. Yeah. But the offense just isn't going to change that much. It's going to be a run-heavy team again.
Yeah. So Ben's flexing on us for getting Lamar because of the FUD. What do you think the chances are he doesn't play? Because it's definitely higher than 0 now.
Like, yeah.
I don't think it's high, but it's It's not 0 anymore.
It's definitely not 0. He wants a contract. I wouldn't be surprised if he held out. I don't know how much money will he lose if he holds out though.
I mean, I'd imagine a lot. I don't know, but
I want to say it was in the range of 15 to 20.
yeah.
So you got 7. Who's getting that naked Burrow? Nah, he went in the right spot.
Huh? I didn't go naked Burrow. Look at the team.
4 to 6%. If I didn't have the second run back, I probably would have scooped up Lamar at that spot if he made it to us. But with this 2 RB in the first 3 rounds, I need to start forcing receiver for sure.
Yeah, both of us.
You got a little CMC, T. Higgins, Brees Hall, Burrow, Pittman.
Had we both set ourselves up with 2 running backs in a stream that we know receivers are going to fly off the board?
Quickly catch up.
Yeah.
This is an interesting zone. I really haven't been drafting a lot of Pickens here.
No, I haven't touched Pickens. I like Deontay more than Pickens. So,
right. I agree. I mean,
Pickens is a splash play guy, so I mean, he is good for best ball. I'll give him that. He could have big weeks, but like Deontay's a stud, man. He's a target monster. If we expect Pickett to take a little step, then the guy he's throwing to 140 times, 150 times, is probably going to have a pretty good season.
Goddard goes. Interesting. I can't go running back here. And I actually think this roster is pretty good for a floor guy like Deontay Johnson.
Scrolled it. Oh, yeah. It's a good one for you. I'm going to scroll down even farther because I have to go receiver too. So
he's going to score more than 0 touchdowns. You can put that one on the board. 0 touchdown.
Yeah.
This is like a Jacoby Myers 2-3 years ago.
What do I want to do here? Yeah, we'll take the fallen Pitts. Deal with receiver later.
Very balanced start. Very balanced. Are you going 2 tight ends with Pitts, or do you typically go a third in these?
I almost always throw a third on, man. I could have Kelsey, and I'm almost always throwing a third on in the 20th. I mean, less so now. But a couple weeks ago, the value in the 20th was pretty bad. I mean, you could throw those rookies on, but I think you've seen my exposure. They're all pretty high. So it's like throw them on or grab one of these tight ends. It's actually going to be on the field and scoring touchdowns, could luck into your flex. So I was grabbing a lot of those guys.
I agree. Like some of the best values were tight ends in the 20th round, especially early when Henry was going into the 20th, Conklin was going to the 20th. Darnell Washington wasn't being drafted at first. But now that they've moved up a little bit, you're tending to get like Jake Ferguson or Kate Otten in the 20th. So it's
I have a lot of Kate Otten.
You're sick, man. You're sick, man.
He's gonna be the starting tight end in Tampa. I mean, they could draft someone, but
I'm sure it has nothing to do with your Tampa Bay stuff.
No.
So our next pick's at 92. Scrolling past the running backs.
If Kyle Trask wins the starting job, I'm getting a jersey, and it's going to replace this pennant back there. It's going to be Trask season, like I've been calling. It's going to be great.
How many touchdowns will he throw if he starts the season and ends?
Like 15.
I was thinking the same exact number. It's just not good for your Godwin exposure.
No. But in this scenario, Evans is gone, and like 12 of those 15 touchdowns are going to Chris Godwin because that's the entire offense. The other 3 will go to White.
We see Evan Ingram go to the Trevor Lawrence squad. I like that from Dylan.
I haven't really looked at the other teams.
Who also has Christian Kirk. A little stackaroo there. Welcome to the pound, he says. Guys, if you haven't already, drop a like on the live stream for Drew. If not, subscribe if you're new to the channel, you like best ball content. We're going to be doing these live streams all off season. Like an absolute lunatic.
And through the season, right?
Yeah. Yeah. With the battle royales.
See, I didn't do many of those last year, and now I'm like, son of a bitch, I gotta get into those this year.
They're so fun, and they're unsolved is the best part. They're unsolved. Winning 25 Gs with Judy and Russell Wilson.
It's
You
great.
have to scroll down. Down.
Every lineup can be laughed at until it wins 25 Gs, right? I'm sure you showed that previous to the start. You'd had a few people looking at you like, what the hell? Thanks for paying the rake.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Is this kid a goddamn genius or is he Santa Claus? He's donating.
Did you so with your best ball tournaments, not the battle royales, what was your highest placement? I know you were pretty high in one of the puppies, weren't you?
Puppy 3 or puppy 4, whatever one that had 200K to first. I finished 114th, and that lineup had Derrick Henry, who didn't play week 17, and it had Jalen Hurts, who didn't play week 17. But you want to know who it did have, which is hilarious, who carried me week 15 and 16 was Baker Mayfield in the Tyler Higbee stack.
Baker. Nice.
Absolutely wild. And it's always the ugly lineups that make it through.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Dude, I had a team, another one of these, I think it was a week 12 or week 13 team on DraftKings. It made the finals. It was the winning team, and then Hurts didn't play.
Yeah.
I would have taken 2 of them down had Hurts played, but Hurts didn't, and I took 5th because he was my only quarterback.
So we get a little lucky here. We did go out on a whim and take Waller with the hopes that Daniel Jones would fall back to us. A small reach on both players, but we get the stack.
Oh, son of a bitch.
One would say that would require an enormous sized brain.
I have way too much Zay Flowers.
I love him.
Over 30%. I think I'm at 32 now.
What a good range, though. What a good range.
He's like the Garrett Wilson from last year, man. He's going in the same, Garrett Wilson's better, but like the range that he's going in, it's so easy to click in. Him or Jacoby Myers in Vegas with Garoppolo. Like, come on. Give me a chance. Flowers is the guy that ends up in KC. There's a better chance of that than DeAndre Hopkins.
Do you think Vegas moves on from Hunter Renfrow now that they bring in Jacoby Myers? Myers can play multiple roles, though, in an offense. That's the thing.
I was going to say, I'm going to be the first to admit I don't know what their contracts look like, but I think they're going to hang on to both of them, man. I guess if it saves a lot of money, they could do it, but we'll see what happens. Maybe after the draft.
Yeah. Look, another balanced build from us, which is so weird. I'm typically just high on receiver and catching up everywhere else. Madison Reach over Algier, James Conner, and Charbonnet. God damn. What does this guy know?
Algier scares me, man. I've got a good amount of him, but I don't think he's going to be the guy. I don't know who I want here.
I have 20% of Tyler Algier. You could say I'm all in.
I've got a good amount. I've been going Charbonnet, and that's, you know what? I'm doing it again.
Returning offensive coordinator.
I just think Bijan can land there.
I'm in.
I legitimately, that's, if I had to bet right now where he's going to land, I would bet Atlanta.
Let's see what Ben does. You might have just scared him off Tyler Algier right there. You didn't. I don't mind bringing in a James Conner here. Let me see. I do like DPJ. I like Njoku as well, but with this build, I need to catch up at receiver more than anything else. Double anchor running back build. Eckler at 20. Let's sort of depend on these guys.
I think I like your team more than mine.
You got CMC, T. Higgins, Brees Hall, Joe Burrow. I mean, when you get Burrow at 46, though, it feels good. Feels good.
It feels normal in your drafts, though.
What percent of people drafted him in the 3rd round, though, to get him at the end of the 4th?
Yeah, get to sneak a Brees Hall in there.
What do you think realistically? Like, it happens in our drafts like 50% of the time. In a regular draft,
I think it might
10%?
happen more in yours, man.
Yeah.
I feel like the only time it doesn't happen is when you grab Chase or Higgins yourself.
Right.
Someone steals it from you.
Someone's going rogue. Someone's always going rogue on me. God damn. Let's see what you guys did for likes on the video. You guys might need to pump this one up a couple more.
Are they doing good? How do you even see where likes
at,
are?
At 9, you guys can do better. Give Drew a few likes.
Come on.
Let him know he's doing a good job.
Please.
Tyreek Eckler and DN Star is so filthy. I mean,
just sounds gross.
We're talking about 3 guys that could be in the 1st round, right? Derrick Henry last year went at pick 6 to start, pick 5 to start the season. Obviously drifted towards the back, but he has that 200-yard, 2 touchdowns.
But Pat, I know you have that rule that you don't want too many rookies on your team, right? Because it takes a little long for them to go. Do you have a rule of having too many really old players on your team, like near the end, like could pop a hammy at any minute?
I have 6% Derrick Henry, so I'm not like overly exposed in that range. I like Tony Pollard over all these RBs. I like Nick Chubb. He goes, in my opinion, way too late. Brees Hall, like, you're gonna want some exposure to him. Yeah, he tore his ACL, but
I'm not worried about Brees.
I like
doctors smarter than me that I've followed have said, like, yes, it's an ACL, but it's not the one that you really need to be worried about.
Is it a Twitter doctor? Because like Twitter doctors are almost the same as dentist doctors.
It's not my neighbor.
Okay. That's good. That's solid. Osborne goes. I like that pick. I probably would have went Osborne and tried to get Kirk on the way back around. Kamara's falling. Not really interested.
Do you have any Kamara? I don't have any Kamara.
I have like 0 Russell Wilson. We'll bring him in with Judy. I have, honestly, let's see how much Russ. That's an exposure smooth out pick. I have him on one team of 115.
I was so positive Ben was going to snipe me there. I thought he was pretty high on Elijah. Ben, correct me in the chat if you're high on him and you just didn't take him there, or because I'm really high on him.
Do you think Green Bay is holding Aaron Rodgers hostage until the Jets give up Elijah Moore? That's my theory. Turn him over.
That's what's great about the Elijah Moore pick, though, right?
I like
he's going to play for one of those teams, Green Bay or the Jets with Rodgers. And like, they're both good landing spots.
Yeah. I really like the Sky Moore reach up. 100% should be going before Tyler Boyd, in my opinion, before KJ Osborne, before Hyatt.
Sky was just so bad last season, man. I can't get myself to click it.
They did get him involved more towards the end of the season, which is a positive, especially in the playoff games. You get rid of Juju. I'm on board with it.
I'm not. I get it, though. Like, I 100% get it. I see the argument. I'm sure I've made that argument for other people in the past. I can't do it. I don't know if it's because my in-laws are such big Chiefs fans and like they hate that guy. They were so out on him, just dragging him through the mud until he had a big punt return that now he's savior of Kansas City. And it's like, he was so bad last year.
I'm going to go ahead, reach up for Dolchich, get my little double stack with Russ. This is a janky draft for me, but it's cool. We're going to make it work.
I truly haven't been paying that much attention to my draft, so
perfect. That's why you're on.
More fun talking. Yeah, this is why people don't do this on their phone while they're. I dig it though. It's a fun one. I'm not mad with this draft at all.
Bri H says I've got lost Chase Higgins Burrows 1, 2, 3 round. Yep, he's guilty.
Hop in one here and get a 1, 2, 5 stack.
Oh, give me Eckler at the 20 spot every time, please. Please and
you
thank
have to take him there now, right? Like, pretty much anywhere past, like, anywhere in the second round. I feel like just because he was going so high to start.
If he ends up on the Chargers again,
unless you
and
think
they don't draft another running back, we're talking about all these free agent running backs are finding a home. Even Singletary found a home. Like, if they have to draft, I don't know if they're going to do it. If they don't, we're talking about he goes number 1 overall. He goes number 1 overall.
Yeah.
Now, if he moves on from the Chargers, that's the risk. But pick 20.
But I mean, like, even if he moves on, like, let's just play that game. Wherever he goes, they're gonna pay him at least a decent amount. Like, that's the whole point of why he wants to get out of LA.
Right.
So it's like, I don't know. Are we sure he's going to get the usage that he got last year anyways? So, like, moving on, like, we're not sure what's going on there.
Is he putting up a front though? Like, oh, I'm going to go look elsewhere and try to get paid just to get
blame him
a bigger boost from the Chargers. Oh, 100%.
Pay that man some money.
I mean, we love him for fantasy, that's for sure.
Who doesn't like him?
I think the Chargers need him. Like, I don't even think it's a matter of
the Chargers,
like him.
They're screwed without him.
Yeah, I agree.
Keenan Allen's going to pop his hammy at least twice next season. At least.
True.
Like, that's just going to happen. Mike Williams, I mean, I can't predict a hammy, but I can predict something.
Damien Harris goes at 133. Also getting Swift at 84. I'm going to like this team a lot.
I love the Swift fall. I'm gobbling that up, especially with the Amon-Ra, which I think I saw you had.
I like that draft a lot from Reed.
It's flexing on us.
I was going to take Damien here at 140, but now we'll pivot. Here's a real ADP for Zay Jones. Like, please, it has to be in this range. It has to be. We're talking about the 4th favorite target on the team that also has ETN. Maybe get ETN 5 targets a game this year, please. That's the range he's going in, as if he's going to get 5 targets a game.
Who is that? Oh,
Travis Etienne.
No.
Let's see what KC Connection does. Because I know what I'm doing. I'm just worried he knows what I'm doing.
That's what you get for making rankings.
Let's go. That's what I get for giving everyone a free draft guide. Still get my man. I'm happy with my receivers. Got Deontay, nice little floor guy. We got some ceiling guys.
Why is Gamewell falling this far?
Because I call him Kenny Gainsell.
I'll take him at 142.
Yeah, no doubt. Especially for this team. I think that's the perfect pick. This guy's upside is so much better now that Rashad Penny's on the team. It really is.
I mean, I think the Eagles could bring someone in still, but they're going to use him. I don't think he's just going to be jettisoned to the bench. I think he will be used, and he's kind of got a nose for the end zone.
They do like him as not really a change of pace back, but the reason I like him, he's more like that Alexander Madison from last year, where if there is an injury, and if there's going to be an injury anywhere in the NFL, it's going to be Rashad Penny, because it happens every year.
Yeah, at some point. Kenneth
Gainwell, I I didn't like him early at this ADP. I don't like him in cash games at this ADP, but in these deep tournaments,
Yeah,
yeah.
I like
Yeah.
shots.
I'm back on.
He's a guy I'm on period, so if he falls 17 picks, like, sure, I'll take that.
Scoop the value.
Yeah.
Scoop it.
Now, Kareem Hunt can fall 17 picks, and you guys can still have it. Ew.
Isaiah Hodgins, real ADP, should be probably behind Tim Patrick.
What happened?
Who scores more points this year, Tim Patrick or Isaiah Hodgins?
Patrick.
Damn. This range is pretty gross, so I think I'm just going to go in and take someone who's probably way too undervalued in drafts. Still going to have a third down passing role no matter what.
He's a strange one.
He outperformed Brian Robinson in every game they played.
And why are we like high on Brian Robinson? What did he do last year to make us like, oh, we're gonna take him 50 spots in front of Antonio Gibson? Like, okay,
dude, just give me the guy that goes later every time.
Yeah, that feels like an easy one. I do have a couple Brian Robinson, but I'm like much higher on Gibson.
I think that has to do with some big heads on the Twitter machine saying that they love Robinson, but I could be wrong.
That's fine.
Gibson at 15% and Robinson, because I want to preach what I do, Brian Robinson at 7%.
I'd love to pull mine up, but for whatever reason, I can't. Stupid VPN. Anyone who knows what's going on with that. Yeah, it just popped up out of nowhere. I literally did a draft last night. Nothing. Fine. Tried it today, and it kept kicking me out, saying I have a VPN service. I don't know.
Someone's mining Bitcoin on your internet. Polly Chips, what's up, my man? I love the photo of Polly from Sopranos.
It is great.
It's the best. So this roster, I mean, I got a little correlation here with the Washington gang.
I don't know. I know I got the Burrow Higgins stack. Someone called me out for. Naked Burrow.
Rightfully. Yeah. No, that's fine. That's fine. Can't complain. My roster's balanced. I need to bring in some high upside rookies, in my opinion, especially at running back. But
do you have a favorite? Like your favorite at value. So it doesn't have to be your favorite like ranking wise,
for
right?
rookies.
Like your
probably
favorite one.
Probably Chase Brown, but that is like for value.
Is that recent post combine, or were you pretty big on him pre combine?
Post combine for sure. Okay. But also, I mean, if you look at a tape, he's got the production.
Yeah, he looked good, man.
He's also an early declare, I believe, as well. So
I'm in on him, and I was not that in on him. But dude, when this draft came out, where was he going?
He wasn't being drafted.
No, he was. Didn't he fall down? Who was that was going way up? One of them was going stupidly up.
Kenny McIntosh.
He was too, and so was Dwayne McBride. But I swear Chase Brown was up there. I'll have to go back and look.
Deuce was way too hyped. Rashawn Johnson goes way early. I like Rashawn Johnson a lot. He played behind Bijan. If you look at this kid's tape, he's an absolute freak. I'm going to bring in Sean Tucker. I'm trying to get more Sean Tucker exposure. He's someone that didn't partake in the combine, but also can have a 3-down roll. He's that 3-down roll size.
He's the one that had his best friend stand on the side with his iPhone filming a 40-yard dash that looked choppy. Yeah.
Yeah, 100%. They used a flip phone. And they're like,
he had better numbers than anyone at the combine, though, so maybe everyone should have done that.
Facts.
Have some better,
more
interesting prospects.
He'll have his chance at his pro day, and he's just someone that could fly up the board. Like this could be last year's Dameon Pierce, where he was going in this 160 range, and now he goes at 60 by BBM4.
He will be, just because he's the one rookie running back that I'm none. So
You missed.
anyone watching this, like, just slam Tucker for the last 20% of this, because at this point I'm just not going to draft him. I'm going to keep going Spears. It is
That's
what
fine.
it is. But he's going high second round now to like the Dolphins, even though they just brought back the entire running back room.
Oh my God. You can get rid of Ahmed. You can get rid of Gaskins,
cut
which is
them all.
one rookie, right?
Yep, cut them all.
That's how
There
I
he
feel.
is. And then I have to cry over I've probably autoed him once, but
By accident.
yeah, like, son of a, mad at myself for it, and then come back. I'm like, oh snap, he's the running back 1 for the Dolphins. Could be worse.
Let's see what we got here. I still need to catch up at running back. My receivers are. They're all right. They're all right. Guys, if you haven't already, drop a like on the live stream for Drew and I. If you haven't already, subscribe to the Pound. Give our free draft rankings. Just have to hit me up on Twitter at FantasyDogPound. 11 pages of player write-ups for free. I have to drop these plugs during your turn. I like the Terrace Marshall pick, though.
Yeah, I don't know what to do with him. I really don't. I see how it could be a slam.
I could go Tim Patty here for the Denver correlation, bringing a little double stack of Rooski.
For sure. Yeah, I love that.
But like on the regular, I would just rather Curtis Samuel in front of Tim Patrick almost every day of the week. Actually,
Curtis Samuel's a weird one too. Like, what do we?
I have a triple.
He looked.
I don't love that.
Like they didn't even want to use him near the end of last season.
Yeah, but he still has that like explosion type potential where you're picking him at 170.
Oh no, yeah, I like it.
Guy.
He's just a weird one. I could see him doing nothing, absolutely nothing this season. Like, I think it's in the realm of possibilities, but this is where he should go in drafts. I agree with you. He feels so strange to me.
Yeah, he had a lot of those spike weeks too when Dotson went down. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens in Washington. I don't want to be super heavy on this Washington offense.
That's the other problem.
Gibson and Terry.
Yeah, that's so. I'm really high on McLaurin. I'm really high on Dotson. I like Gibson, and it's like, how many Commanders should I be high on?
Is Paris Campbell? I don't think he's draftable at this point.
I think he's draftable just because everyone in that receiver room gets hurt. Everyone. Like, I guarantee you Paris Campbell's going to start some games this year. Guaranteed.
Paris Campbell's going to be at the helm of getting hurt, though.
And that's fine. You're hoping you land whichever one stays healthy. Whichever one stays healthy through the season is going to be a pretty good pick, right? If Slayton stays healthy through the season, he's going to be a pretty good pick. If Paris Campbell's the one that stays healthy through the whole, it's going to be a pretty good pick. It's just, which one is it?
Dude, I love this. Smooth brain. Love that. Yeah,
right? Like whichever giant receiver.
But you have Hodgins, you have Waller, you have Richie James, you have Wan'Dale Robinson, you have Sterling Shepard.
Waller is the only person
that Paris Campbell
that I care about. Like, the rest are literally throw him into a bag, and whichever one stays healthy is going to have a decent season. I think Slayton's the one you want, but
I agree.
Again, the market doesn't agree with that. So,
based on the contract, the money should speak
for itself. And Wan'Dale
coming
off a blown knee, like,
yeah, the money should speak for itself.
He did blow his knee, right? I'm not.
I'm gonna go Slayton here with the Daniel Jones connection.
Oh, I should probably get another quarterback.
Yeah.
Like,
Wan'Dale did.
So, yeah, I don't want him. He's small to begin with, and he's coming off a blown knee.
Now, Tim Patrick blew his knee, but it was in August, so we're talking about 13 months to recover.
But yeah, longer timeline, and he's a lot bigger.
And I have this eerie feeling that they move Sutton. If they move Sutton, Tim Patrick, 6'4", smooth guy, but he's, a little older. just coming off the ACL, but 13 months to recover, going to pick 173. I'm going to have some Tim Patrick there for sure. Touchdown upside in half-point PPR means so much more than in full.
Yeah, if the Broncos deal one of their receivers, Tim Patrick is going, what, 60 picks higher? 70 picks higher?
Yeah.
Like
Chase Brown off the board.
And there's been a lot of rumblings that Denver's trying to deal a receiver. So it's
Dude, ER7 reaching up. I can't even do the math. This is so many 45 and a half picks on Jake Ferguson. Are you in talks with Jerry? Do you have the connect? Short Gamer asks, how much Sean Tucker do you have? I always see you taking him. Also, he looks like he ran a lot slower than what was put on video. Of course.
I just noticed how far we have let Stafford fall. It's hilarious. I'm going to grab him just because it's so far.
Do you have
How far is that? Hold on. 40 picks?
Yeah, 39.
Oh, that's great.
It's not a bad thing, though.
Nah, I just got to snag a Ram now. Are there any Rams?
I think I have to go Sam Howell here. Got Terry. Got Antonio Gibson.
Allen Robinson, really?
I don't love these running backs. And I need a third QB.
Who do we got at running back left? Ooh, yeah, that's rough.
Tough draft. 11 out of 12 teams. Pounders. Wild. Absolutely wild. Guys, drop some likes on the video. I know you can do it. You're just one click away from greatness.
Are we even at 12 yet? 13?
13. I'd like to see this go over 15.
15?
Hey,
the last one I watched had like 20.
Like, keep the bar
Ben
low.
said it at 25 the other night.
I know. He said it to 25. Ben with the wrench.
Ben's like, I don't have time for draft 2, so 37 likes. We'll do a second draft.
Yeah. Sean Tucker, to answer Short Gamer, I have 8%. So nothing crazy.
Android ZR7.
I like to dabble with these running backs. He's not going like super late. So I don't want 20, 25%. I just kind of keep my risk with these running backs in these drafts before the NFL draft. I like to keep it under 15%. I went a little crazy on Tank Bigsby.
It's because of the name, man. It's so hard to not click it.
I have to hard fade him now. I have like 20. So it will get under 15%. But again, the team matters. Where they land matters. Look at Dameon Pierce last year. The landing spot matters.
Yeah. Going back to something we talked about, the Mostert and Wilson thing in Miami. You prefer Wilson, right? I saw you. I was going to say,
the guy that goes later.
That I saw. I do too. It's so strange that Mostert's going, and it was a lot.
It's like people don't remember what happened when Wilson came in. That first game, he got over 12 carries.
Yeah.
I don't really understand the love for Raheem Mostert. Like, congratulations, he stayed healthy for one season.
Yeah, and I'm fine grabbing him, but it should be swapped.
Yeah,
you grab Mostert if you missed out on Wilson. It's like, all right, well, I'm gonna grab Mostert, and the games that Wilson misses, I'll have Mostert's. But I don't know.
I also think
I'm fine grabbing both of them.
I think it's safer now to draft those guys as well. That Ahmed and Gaskin were re-signed. Kind of tells me that they're not going to target a running back early in the draft.
Yeah.
But I wanted my two QBs to be Daniel Jones and Tua.
Who took Tua?
He went a little early. I'm going to go Dalton Kincaid here, 15 picks after ADP.
You boy.
Bring in a little upside here.
I'm in Salt Lake City, so Kincaid being a Ute, let's go.
Hell yeah.
I think his pro day's on like Thursday.
Okay.
I think. Don't quote me. I know it's this week.
We'll see what teams show up. There's gonna be a lot of teams there, though.
Oh yeah, there's gonna be a lot. What do I want? Oh, I need another tight end. Shit.
I have to end with 2 running backs for sure. I'm running backs on the way out. So receiver room: Tyreek Hill, Jerry Jeudy, Terry McLaurin, Deontay Johnson, DPJ, Alec Pierce, Tim Patrick, Darius Slayton.
I need to take a Ram so I don't have a naked Stafford. And
super different team. Yeah, you guys got us over 16 likes. All right. There's the gang. The gang always coming through with the likes. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Oh, we got to run it tight end directly after the Kincaid pick. I do like Jelani Woods in front of Noah Fant, whose ADP is 200. Jelani Woods is 216.
I really backed myself into a corner here with the Stafford pick.
You forced the Stafford.
I'm gonna get destroyed if I go naked Stafford on this team. I know it. I know it's coming.
Yeah, on the live stream too. That's bold. That's bold.
No,
this stings.
We are gonna take Ritter. We are gonna take Ritter.
This is gonna sting.
We'll stack up Stafford here in the 20th.
We'll go over everyone's squad after too. We'll see who paid the rake and who's eating the steak. Big Ben definitely needs a receiver here, I would think, with only 6. I love the Hodgins.
I didn't even notice.
Let's go Chuba here. 15 picks after ADP. I don't have a ton of them. We'll sort of see what this backfield looks like come after the draft.
I don't think they're going to draft one. Do you?
They traded their first and second round pick. So if they do, it'd be a 3rd rounder running back. I don't think they can really afford to. They have so many holes on this team.
Yeah. Man, I don't think they will.
Baker at 222. Casey connection. I'm never going a 3rd QB here, especially if it's Baker when you have Jalen Hurts.
Well, especially when Trask is going to start.
He does at least have some correlation. I like that team as a whole, though. We'll come back to this squad. I like this team as a whole.
I'm telling you, I'm coming back to laugh at everyone when Trask beats out Baker.
I'm waiting to see the Allen Robinson pick for you just to get some correlation in there.
What is it? Who has Cup? What are you doing letting Stafford fall 5 rounds, 4 rounds? What are you doing?
Ben's got Lamar, Kirk, and Geno. Yeah, he couldn't. I'm sure he wished he didn't pick Geno here. He could have got Staffy.
What are you doing with Geno, Ben?
At 189. But hindsight's 2020, my friend. Hindsight's 2020.
Ben said he screwed up, and there was a mistake made at some point.
Guys, I'm gonna gift someone. If you guys remember who we were talking about early in the stream, wide receiver, newly acquired by a high-powered offense. Can anyone remember? Let's see if he goes.
I will not be taking him because he does not play for the Rams.
Get the wheels working. It wasn't Sterling Shepard, although Shepard at 229, I think it's interesting. I think it's fine. Like when he's healthy,
are close.
He's relatively good. Dude, 31 people on the live stream hit a new record. Look at you guys.
We need at least 20 likes then. We didn't even get 2/3 of the people.
Screw the likes. I'm happy with it. Trent Sherfield goes.
What a good. Oh, there it is. Molo
Trent
wins.
Sherfield, speed demon, ends up in Buffalo.
Tyreek Hill. ER was telling us in chat who it was.
What a sicko. Sicko.
He knew.
Yep.
Tyler, is that who you do videos with? Did he ever make a Twitter?
He did. He did. I have to
What's the name
I
of
have
the
to haze
NFL?
him until he changes his name.
Oh, he didn't change it yet.
I can't even find him.
that's bad if you can't find him.
He's got so little followers. Like when you go to type in his name, he doesn't even pop up when you type in his name accurately.
That's
All
great.
right. I need to add a guy, someone that has a pulse, someone with at least 10 fingers. I like this rookie, to be honest, over James Robinson.
Yeah, dude, he has a size.
If you watch this tape, I kind of get Derrick Henry feels from him, how he can break a long play. That being said, my luck, he probably won't even be drafted. But I'll bring him in. 11
Look
picks
at Ben
after
being
ADP.
an ass and taking Allen Robinson from me. Well, joke's on you. I wanted Atwell anyways.
I got hazed
Allen
for drafting James Robinson and posting the team to Twitter. So
you got what?
said I got hazed by someone for drafting James Robinson. What's weird is he doesn't even pop up on my exposures.
James Robinson?
Yeah. And I did
guess I can
draft him.
check my exposures now that we're not in a draft. I can go. I don't think I have a James Robinson, though.
3 likes away from 20 likes. Get us there, fellas. Bring us to the promised land.
All right, who's winning this?
All right, let's bring it up. Let's bring it up.
Inaugural.
First, let's hit this with the
TBBUCS draft.
The 321 live draft. Got to make sure it's documented here so we know what lineups move through. View full. And let's go to ER7. Ooh, I like the 2 QBs. Tight ends. 45 picks before ADP. You probably could have waited another 10 picks, but go get your guys. I don't know. I think it's a little early. The tight end room's harsh. It's harsh. Arby's, Pollard to go with Dak, James Cook to go with Josh Allen, and Donta Foreman, Mostert, Fournette, Zach Evans, Chase Brown. Wide receivers, Justin Jefferson, JSN, Tyler Lockett, Gabe Davis, Jacoby Myers, Tyler Boyd, Sky Moore, Deontay Hardy. I think it's interesting.
Like the hard pick.
We'll see with tight ends. I think the tight ends are going to be the Achilles heel.
Tight ends are going to get away from you
of this team.
I could legitimately see that tight end room scoring under 30 points. Like there's
total?
A reality, for the whole
30
season.
points total.
For the whole season, there is a reality where that tight end.
Even with Schultz officially moving on.
Yes. We aren't sure Jake Ferguson's the guy in Dallas.
I agree.
Darnell Washington could be a project the entire year, and Zach Ertz is hurt. Like this tight end room could score 30 points. You could score a lot too. Ferguson wins the job. Darnell gets a first-round capital. Just saying.
I love that. You could score a lot too. Welcome to
like there is a route.
Ball.
I would bet on the. That's a sketchy room.
All right. I think you might be struggling at just tight end there, but a solid draft all around still. The 45 reach, I think that's where you went wrong. The 45 pick reach definitely could have brought in one of those tight ends in that range. All right, try again, Chomp. I believe he's in the live stream. Not 100% sure. We'll cover it quick. Deshaun Watson, Jordan Love, Ryan Tannehill. I like this 3. Rushing upside. It's got the whole shebang.
A+ quarterback room.
Yeah, for sure. Tannehill is just an absolute value. Tight end, Hawk, Chiggy, Gesicki, and Hurst. I'm probably not going Hurst here.
Yeah, I'm not going 4 tight ends with Hawk and Chiggy.
With Hawk. You're spending a lot of draft capital on Hawk. You're kind of depending on him to be that guy. Running back, Sanders, Javonte Williams, Alexander Madison, Brian Robinson, Zeke. It's fine. You're getting Zeke 26 picks after ADP. If that Hayden Hurst pick is just like a rookie.
A running back.
Even just take a shot on a rookie. How much higher upside that provides your team than Hayden Hurst. Wide receiver, Jamar Chase, DK Metcalf, Amari Cooper, Drake London, Romeo Doubs, Chase Claypool, Tyler Scott, Trey Palmer. Yeah, I like this team.
Yeah.
I like it. I just think that small change and you're looking really good. TBBUCS. Paying the rake. No, I'm just kidding.
I don't know. That Matt Stafford 2-2 Atwell stack in week 17.
Let's go. Joe Burrow, Matthew Stafford, Desmond Ritter. So QB's obviously strong. Not the most rushing upside in this squad, but they could crack 100 yards total.
Yeah, maybe.
Tight ends, Kyle Pitts, Noah Fant. It's fine. It's fine. Getting Fant 14 picks after ADP. Kyle Pitts has to carry the team. Interested. Why'd you only go 2 there? Is it because
I was forced into
stuck?
taking 2-2 Atwell in the 20th round instead of a third tight end like I usually do, so I don't get destroyed by everybody.
I think the Ritter pick could have been a tight end,
Ritter,
arguably.
Ritter to Pitts, baby.
Ritter Pitts. All right, I see it. Just
I don't have many
he
2 tight end
outscores
builds.
Burrow.
Yeah, I don't have many 2 tight end builds at all. So
yeah, let's depend on Pitts to have a season like his rookie year.
But no, I would have gone a third tight end had I not handcuffed myself taking Stafford.
Remember Pitts? He went in round 3 last year? Round 3, round 4?
I think he was in round 2 at times, wasn't he?
Yeah, disgusting.
I swear he was. I don't know.
Running back,
Someone in the chat
CMC,
knows.
Brees Hall,
Crazy.
Zach Charbonnet, Kenneth Gainwell, 17 picks after ADP, Tajay Spears. I like this team. I'm excited for where this guy ends up. He could easily end up in a money situation, or he could end up as the third favorite running back in Green Bay.
I think I'm at 30% Sharps.
Wide receivers: T. Higgins, Michael Pittman, Jahan Dotson, Zay Flowers, Elijah Moore, Alan Lazard, Rashid Shaheed, Terrace Marshall, Marvin Mims, Tutu Atwell. Solid. I think this 2-2 pick could have been a tight end, maybe. But again,
there weren't any Rams tight ends I could pick, Pat.
This is solid. I mean, I like Lazard at this ADP now. I didn't like it when he was in Green Bay.
I dig it now.
But
I won't chase him much higher than this. But
they have to get rid of Elijah Moore, though. I think it's going to happen. I wouldn't be surprised. Let's see Big Ben. Ben in the chat with the wrench. Put that thing away. Lamar Jackson, Kirk Cousins, Geno Smith. Super strong at QB. Juwan Johnson, Isaiah Likely, Jelani Woods. Solid. Get some correlation in there. Kenneth Walker, Aaron Jones, Damian Pierce, Tyler Algier, Alvin Kamara, Kareem Hunt. I think it's pretty friggin' strong.
Yeah, that's fine.
Dude, talk about just Ben coming in that wrench turned into a spoon with all these values. Everything's like after ADP. I think he might have been an auto pick. Wide receivers: Cooper Kupp, Chris Olave, Christian Watson, Rashad Bateman, Isaiah Hodgins, Van Jeffy, Bryce Ford Wheaton, and Allen Robinson. I mean, again, this is like a last round pick on Robinson. I'm fine with that.
Rams, Ben, and you let Stafford fall.
Because he had 3 QBs before Staffy was even like a thought. That's why he had Geno Smith.
But you can't take 3 Rams at that point. I know that Allen Robinson pick was so that I couldn't get him.
That's funny.
I know that's what he did.
Accurate.
I'm on to him.
All right. This is a different draft for me. I'm probably not going to like it. Daniel Jones, Russell Wilson, Sam Howell, Darren Waller, Greg Dulcich, Don Kincaid. So I got some correlation there. Tight ends and QBs. Austin Eckler, 20. Henry, Gibson, Sean Tucker, Chuba Hubbard, Israel Ebukanda.
Perfect.
Wide receivers: Hill, Judy, McLaurin, Deontay Johnson, DPJ, Alec Pierce, Tim Patrick, Darius Slayton.
This is a your guy draft.
It's off though. It's missing something. What's it missing?
Outside of the running back,
I
don't think those are your guys.
Greg Dulcich isn't my guy.
And the running backs
I'm fine with the receivers. The running backs aren't.
The running backs aren't really your guys, but I feel like there's a lot of your guys here. Like Jones.
Jones is my number 1 drafted QB. Again, Russell Wilson. I just want a little piece of him before we fill up. Casey Connection, Jalen Hurts, Bryce Young, Baker Mayfield. Pretty much all at ADP. Dallas Goedert, Taysom Hill, Kate Otten. So you got some correlation there with the tight ends, which is nice. J.K. Dobbins, Khalil Herbert, James Conner, Rashawn Johnson, Jerick McKinnon. Dude, I think...
Is Jerick playing?
If he does, if this guy can end up in KC on a 1-year deal for
There's no
short money,
freaking way. No.
he's going way too late. If that miraculously happens, he's going way too late. If he wants to
haven't
win
clicked
another championship, that's
mean,
basically what they would say.
JC Connection's probably a Chiefs fan. I would
Yes.
assume he's somewhat plugged
Oh, look at this
into
receiver room.
what they're doing.
Receivers: AJ Brown, Debo Samuel, DJ Moore, Chris Godwin, KJ Osborne, Wando Robinson, Curtis Samuel, John Mechie, and Robert Woods. Super strong. Super friggin' strong. I think you're strong at tight end, especially with Goddard. Running back, if you can hit on Rashawn Johnson, like it's a little thin, but yeah, I would have probably liked this Baker pick to be another RB. But that's a solid draft from KC Connection. This CD, this is Dylan in the live stream. Trevor Lawrence, Anthony Richardson, Kenny Pickett.
It's a fun room.
Yeah, hell yeah. And gets a little correlation with both tight ends, Evan Ingram and Pat Frymuth. Interesting.
Fine going 2 there.
Yeah, fine going 2. I'm going to be more fine with it in the 18-round drafts.
Yeah,
over the
I
20.
would have tacked a 3rd on, but I'm fine going 2.
Yeah, a little different going 2. It's fine. Nick Chubb, Rashad White, Rashad Penny, Elijah Mitchell, Devon A-Chain, Joshua Kelly, Dwayne McBride. I think the run back room's awesome. I really do. Like, it's going to be headlined by Nick Chubb, and then you got a bunch of fill-in guys. Mm-hmm. Maybe you hit on one of these rookies. You got A-Chain, 18 picks after ADP.
Yeah, the running back room needs a little luck, but
yes, you need someone to step up weekly.
Yeah.
And if Penny stays healthy, though, this could actually be really nice, really nice. Now, who thinks that's going to happen? Raise your hand. Stephon Diggs, Devonta Smith, Christian Kirk, George Pickens, Jalen Hyatt, Khalil Shakur, Rashee Rice, Cedric Tillman. And we found the weak spot. We found it. Depending a lot on rookies, but
you need Pickens to be that dude.
Yeah, and you need probably one of these receivers to end up a wide receiver too.
Yeah, that's
for this to work. I think the Rashee Rice pick.
I'm so confused.
Little reach, but go get your guys.
I feel like he's been all over the place with professional analysts, with Twitter analysts, with mock drafts. Like, you've seen him go. I've seen him go in the 1st round, like around pick like 22. I've seen him fall to round 4. Like, people were taking him in these drafts, and like he started to creep up, and then he came back down, and then he wasn't being drafted. I feel like no one knows what to do with that man.
It's gonna constantly change with these rookies. Every single day that goes by, someone else has a new take. They saw a new catch.
They watched a new video of someone like, oh yeah,
exactly.
I like him.
I still like him as a prospect, but again, this wide receiver class isn't as strong as everyone is kind of making it out to be. I think people are coming around now and realizing that it's not as strong, it's not as deep. There's a lot of, actual real seniors that are trying to get, into the league, and they're going to be 5th round guys, 6th round guys. Some of these guys aren't even going to be drafted. So we'll see. That's why bet on talent and these early declares. It really does say a lot. Josh in the live chat, Pat, Mahomes, Kyler Murray. I like this too. You got high upside with both guys.
Yeah.
I mean,
and even if Kyler doesn't play the entire season, you're fine.
Exactly. Love that. Kelsey and Conklin. I think that's perfect. Dalvin Cook, Joe Mixon, AJ Dillon, Samaje Perine, Devin Singletary, Jalen Warren, Michael Carter. Like, I think this is fine. Like, you have enough guys here.
That's a lot of freaking running backs.
Yeah, you'll get your weekly fix, but he's able to do this by going an elite QB, by going an elite tight end. Let's see if the receivers look okay. DeAndre Hopkins, Mike Williams, Marquise Brown, Quentin Johnston, Juju, Rondell Moore, MVS. But you have some high upside guys.
There's high upside. There is.
I don't like Juju in New England. This is coming from a New England fan.
Yeah, Rondell, I'm not very high on him this year.
I like the Quentin Johnston pick for this start though.
Mm-hmm.
MVS.
I guess you have Kyler though, so the Rondell pick makes sense.
You bring in MVS with Patrick Mahomes, Stack, and no more Juju. I'm now liking MVS at this ADP, where before I was a full fade. Juju's gone. Okay,
MVS
let's
so close to a couple big spike weeks last year too, like shoestring tackles away from getting into your lineup. So
true.
that's just what he does. He's gonna be really
Touchdown
bad most of the time.
called back.
Yeah, he's gonna be
His
really
first
bad most of the time. But if he gets in a few times, you're happy.
for sure. Molo 21 in the live stream had Tua and Jared Goff. David Njoku, Michael Merritt, Gerald Everett. I'm fine with these three. I think the QBs are fine. Like, you actually do have some pretty high upside with Tua, and Jared Goff has a ton of weapons this year at his disposal. No Jamal Williams there now to rely on for the goal line carries. Maybe Amon-Ra gets a few more this year, eh?
Yeah.
Josh Jacobs, Najee Harris, Pacheco, Jeff Wilson, Kendre.
Fine. Kendre,
Yeah.
I think, is my number one owned running back.
Same. For rookies, at least.
I think he's my number one owned running back.
Gross. I think I like the running back room a lot, especially if you can hit on Kendre. I think that's a sharp group. CeeDee Lamb, Jalen Waddle, Jameson Williams, Treylon Burks, Josh Downs, Zay Jones, DJ Chark, McCole Hardman, Bryson Berrios really digging deep.
I dig it.
I would have preferred you went Trent Sherfield before Braxton Berrios, just with the risk factor. But
I dig
you still got there. I like it. And those you just joining, Trent Sherfield signed a 1-year deal with Buffalo, Speed Demon. Definitely an interesting best ball place for him. Bryce in the live stream. Justin Fields, Trey Lance, Jimmy Garoppolo. I like this trio a lot. You got your rushing upside. You got Jimmy to provide you that steady floor, his check down floor. Tight ends, Mark Andrews, Dawson Knox, Robert Tonyan, strong at tight end. And that's interesting. That's a stack of Rue that I haven't really seen, is the Robert Tonyan and Justin Fields stack now.
Yeah, I honestly think that's the first time I've seen it.
Saquon Barkley, Jahmyr Gibbs, Jamal Williams, Tank Bigsby, JaMychal Hasty, and Ty Chandler really dug deep at RB here. 2 rookies. This is.
Did James Eagles put something out today about Ty Chandler? I swear he did. Someone did. Put something out about him being a sleeper. Someone did. I don't remember who it was.
We'll see. We'll see. I think they have to draft. If they get rid of Dalvin, I think they're going to have to bring someone else in. But Jahmyr Gibbs, this team's going to rely on the Jahmyr Gibbs pick. So maybe you're super high on him. And that
I like Gibbs.
Devontae Adams, Mike Evans, Jordan Addison, Cortland Sutton, Darnell Mooney, Michael Gallup, Hunter Renfrow, Juwan Jennings. So a little weak at receiver. 5 receivers through 10 rounds?
Yeah.
But pretty balanced team overall. And Football Fanatic was not in the live stream, so the last one, Reed picking at the 12 spot, which is always tough, especially in these Pounders drafts. Aaron Rodgers, Derek Carr, CJ Stroud, George Kittle, Trey McBride, Foster Moreau.
He's a fun one. Like, if he signs in Cincinnati, where he just visited, he's going shooting up the boards.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
He's a fun one. I like him.
QBs, I like it. Tight ends, I think we both like it.
I think he just visited the Saints too. He has Derek Carr. So.
Ooh, that wouldn't be good for Juwan Jennings.
No.
Not that I think it would affect him too much, because Juwan Jennings' upside relies in the red zone. But running backs, Ramondre Stevenson, Travis Etienne, DeAndre Swift, Damian Harris, Cordell Patterson. So kind of hyper fragile, because I see this as like a 4 running back room. but
it's a lot of draft capital in it, though.
But you did get Swift 17 picks after ADP, and you surely made up for that when you reached 25 picks on Harris. But I think that's his real ADP should probably be in the 120s. So I'd like that pick.
I don't hate it, but yeah, I'd like one more body in that room.
Yeah, most likely. Garrett Wilson, Amon Ra, Brandon Ayuk, Brandon Cooks, Michael Thomas, Adam Thielen in Carolina with the CJ Stroud. Let's go. Big brain. Big brain. Nico Collins, Keyshawn Booty, and Sterling Shepard. I'm fine with
Yeah,
as the last pick.
Booty could be a running back.
I think you could get away with just these 2 tight ends if you wanted this to be an RB, but
Or Murrow.
I'm fine with it. I'm fine with it being Morrow. It's pretty neat.
Are you drafting Booty?
I am now because he was going at pick 115, 120, and now you're getting him.
What does it
at
matter where he was going if he's ass?
180 to 200 though.
He's so, I don't know.
Yeah. Well, guys, this has been a lot of fun. I appreciate everyone coming out. Drew, appreciate you coming on the live stream. We're going to get some more pounders on the live stream as well. So make sure you're subscribed for some more of this fun content with the fellow pounders. And do you have anything to say to the people?
Nope. No, I had fun. I had fun. I don't have a channel to plug or anything. I hope you guys had fun. Sounds like we did good with the likes. So that's always a win.
Yeah, you crushed. You crushed
the YouTube algorithm. So yeah, no, I don't have anything to plug. You check out my Twitter. I don't post a whole lot. Mainly
hell yeah, check out his Twitter. I think I plugged him on mine.
Yeah,
and yeah, help us beat the YouTube algorithm by dropping a like, maybe a sub, maybe even a comment if you're feeling froggy, and we'll help you beat your best ball team drafts. So guys, thanks again for coming out.